About at 359. About that 359 down there in Corpus Christi. 359, about at Marvin, UDX 791, North Pacific.
Hey, Joe, 791, I got you. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, you're sounding good. I'm just kind of listening to some of the noise on your kind of sandy bag. And take her up to maybe 395.
Hey, Roger, I'm on 395.
Hello, Marvin. How you doing, buddy? 791 waving. Hello, Marvin.
Okay, I made it up here. I'm a little slow on the changing channels. I got to do the VFO special.
Yeah, I got this. I'm just running my backup radio, my little unit in Bearcat here, so it's real easy. But yeah, good to hear you out there. A little bit of noise coming in on 385. It's a little quieter up here.
Oh, no doubt about that for sure. No doubt. Yeah, I heard you earlier, but man, I'll tell you what. Well, you were making a trip with no issue, but doggone it, man, it was about 15, 20 different people on there. So I said, it'd be more of a pain on the backside trying to get you. I figured I'll be hearing from you soon enough.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it gets kind of annoying sometimes when you're trying to talk to somebody and then you got 10 other stations in there, right? So it sometimes makes it difficult. But right now, you're the only station on frequency.
Hey, Roger that. Yeah, I think I heard your son in there. If he was on earlier, you say his number there is 534, correct?
Yeah, no, my son doesn't have a radio, but my oldest son's name is Ryan. It is Ryan. He might have talked on it years ago, but yeah, no, he don't have a radio, but he should get one.
Okay, I heard a UDX 534, and I thought, wait a minute, that number does sound familiar. I don't know where it came from, but I thought it was your son there. But anyway, okay, yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm just kind of capping out, but yeah, you got a very good valid point. Sometimes I'm 38, and I'm guilty as well, so I can, not casting stones, but sometimes you get long-winded, and, that's just, you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, actually, 534 is my friend down there in Southern Oregon. And it's funny, today I was talking to 252 in Texas, and Oregon is short skip for me, so I can't often hear UDX 534. So I was talking to 252 in Texas, and he relayed the message from UDX 534 in Oregon because he was talking to him.
There you go. Well, that's what it was. UDX 534 Oregon. I got it written down underneath. It says your son Ryan, and I got that number right there too. So that's what I was thinking. Now I did not attempt to contact because, well, like I said, there's a lot of people out that way, especially down here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. So 252 was talking to UDX 534, and I've talked to 534 a few times in the really short skip, which is rare. But so 252 had a really good copy on UDX 534. And then he said, hey, UDX 534 is waving at me. So I said, I'm waving back at him, kind of relayed the message. But my oldest son, Ryan, actually never lived in Oregon. He's been down there, but he used to live down in southern Texas, down in Weslaco.
Yeah, now that's pretty doggone deep down. You betcha it's deeper than where I'm at in Corpus.
Yeah, he married a gal from Texas, born and raised. And he lived down there for a while, and then he ended up moving back up here. But he really, like he said, the summers were real hot. I remember I used to Skype with him when he lived down. It looks pretty beautiful.
Oh, it can be pretty, don't get me wrong. But I tell you what, if you can't handle the heat, yes, they stay out of the kitchen. Well, that's what it is down here at the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, it gets hot. I think probably humid too, huh?
Yeah, that's the kicker right there, buddy.
Yeah, you guys get really good heat. I mean, well, you think of your latitude. I don't know, what's your latitude down there? 35 degrees north or something like that?
I could not tell you. If I did, I'd be lying. I haven't the faintest clue whether it be 10 or 65. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue.
I'm going to have to Google it now. Once I get off talking to you, I'm going to actually Google that because I think you're way down. I think you've got to be lower than Los Angeles.
I don't know. I know that Ecuador is right there on the equator because that's what it means in Spanish.
That's right. 0 degrees. Quito, Ecuador. 0 degrees latitude. We're at 48 up here, so we're way north. But yeah, he would be down there, and it was in the wintertime, and it looked really nice.
There you go. Well, I've been up there a few times, and I may have told you that was my intent whenever I retired was to move over to Ecuador. And as a matter of fact, I had a piece of property done picked out the whole damn 9 yards. But anyway, my mom started getting with the dementia and so forth, so I kind of put a little slowness on what's happening. But that don't mean that the idea is still not around.
That's a good idea. I heard Ecuador is actually quite nice.
Oh, dude, man, if you ever been there, it's beautiful. Rosie, she's been to Hawaii and, different tropical places, and she liked the one up Ecuador better, up in the mountains, It's kind of cool.
Well, that's the thing with Ecuador. They do have high mountains, right? They have kind of, I think, don't the Andes go through there?
Ecuador in itself, the country itself is about the size of Colorado, actually. But you get, mountains, you get rainforests, you get the rivers, and you get the ocean. I mean, a combination of everything you want within an area size of Colorado. So, you can do anything you want to forever.
That's pretty cool. So you probably got maybe a couple of different climatic zones, and you can grow probably all the tropical fruit in the world in Ecuador.
Well, I tell you what, like you've ever been down to Mexico, you see them little fruit stands up and down the road on every road. Yeah, that's the way they are up there. But man, one thing about them guys in Ecuador, they are extremely, men and women, are very humble people, very humble.
That is really cool. No, I have heard good things about Ecuador, and I bet you the cost of living is probably fairly cheap, huh?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, if you stop and think about, now some of the things are really highly expensive. Some things have to be not shipped in, but not being brought in. But in general, you're looking at our year of 2024 prices of what we pay versus theirs in like 1985.
Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it is. The cost of living has gone just crazy in the last several years, hasn't it? It's so insane. I don't even know too many young people can actually even afford a house anymore. They're all renting.
Yeah, Rosie's her niece lives there in San Francisco, and I think her and her husband and 2 kids are living like in a garage apartment. And the price up there, they can get a 4-bedroom house here in Corpus.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I need to move to Corpus. I heard San Francisco is absolutely insane for rental prices and houses. I remember talking to a couple of people. There was about 4 of them. I went into the Rainbow Drive-In diner in Kapahulu on the island of Oahu, and I got talking with these people, and they said they're from San Francisco. And I said, what's the rent like there? Because I tell them about the rent on our island. They says, oh, that's nothing. San Francisco is expensive.
Oh, man, it's per square foot, that compared to New York City is like, oh, gosh, high dollar. My ex-wife, she used to be a realtor here in Corpus Christi. Her primary clientele was on the phone talking to different people, primarily from California coming down here, and a lot of them were buying houses pretty much doggone unsight, unseen.
Is that right? Unbelievable. Yeah, no, I think I'd rather live in Texas than San Francisco. San Francisco, I'd like to visit San Francisco. I've never been there. I've been to California several times, all the way down into Ensenada, Mexico, and then I've been over to Cozumel and stuff, but Texas, the only time I was there, I landed at Fort Worth, Dallas, en route to Miami. But Texas is a big state. I mean, there's a lot of climatic zones there. I mean, you're pretty much subtropical where you live.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, right now I'm about a mile and a half off the Gulf of Mexico. So if I want to go see what I call the ocean, but it's a Gulf per se, it's just right down the road. It'll take me about 2 minutes to get there. But when you live so close to something like that, you tend to forget it's there.
I know exactly what you mean. I have 11 lakes on this island, and I barely even look at them when I drive by. I drive by everyone I work 3 days a week. I'm retired, but I work, early in the morning, and I'm done by 11:30. But I don't even really notice it anymore. The big one I live by, and we live right across the street from the ocean, but there's forest kind of blocking it out. I'm about, I'd say 900 feet from the beach here, and I do walk down there occasionally just to kind of sit on the seashore and watch the waves roll in, but yeah, when you live in a place like that, you kind of take it for granted. Where other people come there, it's like, ooh, ah.
Exactly. Especially, for some reason, a lot of people have been down to Corpus Christi here, and whether it be from the military back in the day or just for whatever reason, but none of they all said, oh, it's a beautiful city. Well, the way I see it, it's just a city. It can be a whole lot more prettier if they fix the streets, but other than that, I won't go there.
Well, it's like Vancouver, too. It's a nice city. It's surrounded by mountains. There's ocean wrapped right around it, Pacific Ocean. And I was born there. But you know what? I don't really have a desire to go there. It's just too busy for me. We live on this rural island, man. We don't even have traffic lights here.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that. Being in a small place, that sure does have its benefits, providing that within a ample time period, you're able to go to, in the case of emergency situations, etc. You got a hospital with a decent emergency.
Yeah, we do. We have a hospital here. And we have 3 fire halls and some elementary schools. And there's the only high school on the Gulf Islands here. So, as a matter of fact, the kids from the other Gulf Islands come in by school boat 4 days a week, because the school week here is only 4 days. So they come in 4 days a week from the other outer islands. And at the end of the school day, the school boats take them back. It's pretty crazy. So when it gets kind of choppy out there, when I work for the Parks Department, I see the school boats coming in. I see a lot of kids getting off those school boats with really green faces because they're seasick.
Oh, I imagine it would be. My first time, even on a little bitty baby boat, heck, it wasn't, just a little 16-footer. Oh man, me and my daughter were out there, and we had to pull over and get off because we were both sick. That's just, yeah.
Yeah, it gets rolly out there. I've done some fishing out off the far west coast of the Big Island, Vancouver Island. We're about 20, 21 miles out, and it was rolly, man. They're rollers out there, and it's really far out from land. I had C-bands on, and I took a little bit of gravel, so I was okay, but there was some people on that boat from Montana and somewhere else in the States that paid big money to go on that fishing charter, and I don't think they fished at all. They were so sick. They were so busy throwing up.
No, I'm telling you, nothing worse than getting seasick, and you have no alternative. As a matter of fact, the sick bay on the cruise ships, we've talked about the cruise ships in the past, but there's they got sick bay, and they just give out that Dramamine and different kind of medicines, meclizine and so forth, for those that, and you don't even have to actually go and see anybody. They just have them out there for freebies.
It's amazing, yeah, but the boats I've been on have been really smooth. I've seen some horrific videos there on YouTube where these cruise ships are getting into some big rollers and waves, and things are kind of smashing around in the boat there, and people are just all over the place. But man, we were lucky on that inside passage up to Alaska. Really smooth sailing. I bet yours was pretty smooth too.
Maybe it was from Galveston to Jamaica.
He was talking about that storm and everything.
Swimming pool, the upper deck,
To the south and just to the east.
waves in the water, just like the ocean. About the fourth
To the west.
and some of them water splashes were hitting our window. It's kind of scary.
Is already.
Oh my God, yeah, our friends, they've been on cruises like that where they're down below and they got like a porthole window, and they've been through some chunky areas where the waves are splashing up on the window. It's like, whoa. And thank God it was my wife's first cruise, and we kind of talked her into it, and she didn't really want to go on it, but Wendy ended up loving the cruise, and she says, man, was that boat ever smooth? It just kind of glided along the water.
Oh, I don't think there was actually any waves up there because they're loud from where we were headed and what we did. But gosh, no, yeah, it's kind of a scary thought, Like I said, they would just give that medicine out at the sick bay, and you didn't have to even walk into the sick bay room. They just had it sitting out there like a little canister,
Oh yeah, well, I've taken the ferry a few times from Victoria to Port Angeles in Washington State. It's called the Coho Ferry. It's an American ferry, and the customs is actually in Victoria on southern Vancouver Island. It's about an hour and a half across the Juan de Fuca Strait, and it gets kind of rolly out there. So on every top of garbage can on the ship there, on all the garbage cans, they got barf bags.
That's pre-planning there, don't you think, Joe?
I thought it was kind of funny. I looked, I go, what's that? Oh my God, those are barf bags for if you have to toss your cookies. And no, I was fine. It was kind of nice. It's actually a really nice trip across to Port Angeles, Washington, because there's a lot of dolphins out there, and you actually sometimes see whales too. But I did see a lot of dolphins. We got a lot of white-sided porpoises around here, and white-sided dolphins and Dall's porpoise up this way.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, well, every once in a while, like from Corpus Christi, we can go across on a ferry here. It ain't but about maybe 2.5 miles across the water, but it's kind of neat, especially if you got kids, because if they've never seen a big dolphin per se, they swim right parallel with where you're at, and you can actually get out of the vehicle and eyeball them, so it's kind of fun,
Oh, how cool is that? That is awesome. Hey, have you ever been out to Galveston Island?
I've been to Galveston many times, but I think Galveston is an island in of itself, I believe.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that, because my son used to go out there, him and his girlfriend or slash wife, and they'd go out there and stay a couple of days. They'd drive out from Weslaco. I think it's about I don't know if it's like 40 miles or something away, 45 miles maybe.
Oh man, I thought Weslaco was a lot closer closer down below Corpus Christi. I don't know. I got to get my geographic location set on track. I don't know. Weslaco, I thought it was further down this way towards more of Mexico.
They were right close to the Mexican border, but I thought it was close to like, oh, I was thinking Brownsville. You know, Brownsville. That's what I was thinking. Brownsville.
Oh, yeah, Brownsville. I worked down there doing some agency work, and sure did. Brownsville, I want to say it is literally a border town, and where I used to stay within 2 miles, that was where the international crossing was. So, yeah. Now, okay, when you said Galveston Island, you're looking at about a 5-hour trip at least.
Oh, yeah, that's a long way. You know, sorry, my bad. But I know they've been to Galveston Island out there. They've stayed there before, but they go to Brownsville, too. So I think Brownsville might be a little closer to Weslaco.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say, if I had a bet on it, I would have to say indeed.
Yeah, but I know they live right close to Mexico, and they said that part of Mexico was kind of rough.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like any town. I don't really, I'm not trying to protect one or, bash the other, but every town has its area that even the cops don't like to go to.
Oh, I know what you mean. Even in Vancouver, man. You know, Vancouver, beautiful city, but there's some rough areas you don't want to go down. Even on the islands of the Hawaiian Islands, same thing. There's areas they say, yeah, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, whenever you look at the hazards and the warnings, if you go down to Mexico, where they say, if you go down there, having some gaudy earrings and fancy gems, you're asking for trouble because you said, man, they can just go there and knock you in the head and take your toys from you, all your possessions, and man, they're set for 6 months of
Exactly. I know. I remember one time I was over on the island of Oahu, and a security guard came up to me and she says, yeah, you shouldn't be wearing that. I had a chain on and a couple of rings, right? She said, you shouldn't be wearing that around here at night. I go, really? Says, yeah, it's a good way to get robbed. I says, okay. You know, because I mean, there's sketchy people wherever you go. Where we live on this island, I tell you what, man, I've never had to worry about anything like that. It's pretty remote. And yeah, there's nothing really, I mean, petty stuff. The only thing I see around here is sometimes a little bit of graffiti here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, Corpus, I think we're like the 7th or 8th largest city in the state of Texas, and so we're starting to get a bunch of, different manufacturing and different kind of businesses coming in here, and the anticipation is for it to increase in size, so that's just going to bring good people and also a lot more bad.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, there's bad people wherever you go, and yeah, we got a few of them too. And, but you know, overall, it's a pretty safe place. I go to town, I never lock my vehicle. My parks truck, I worked for Parks Department for years, never locked my vehicle. It's so funny here, you know, you see people going into the bank, leave their car running, come back out and drive away in it. Like, it's fine.
I tell you one thing, Joe, I got my truck. It's a 2001 Dodge. Well, I had it all painted and tires, and it looks almost like brand new, actually. I'm not going to brag on it, but it looks pretty damn good for the year model. Anyway, so I even got a kill switch on that baby, and not only do I have a kill switch, I have if you remember the club, that thing that you would put on the steering column.
Yep, I know the club for sure. Yeah, no, we used to have those when we lived on the mainland. You know, when I lived near Vancouver, I had a Nova SS for many years. You know what? Under the dashboard, I put a kill switch.
That's the plan. That's what I did. And the only reason I did that, not that I'm so fearful somebody's stealing my 23-year-old pickup truck, but us being so close to Mexico, they can be there in 2.5 hours and just, it's done gone. But anyway, my point is about once every 6 or 8 weeks, I get a couple of Mexican guys come over and knock on the door carrying a trailer, for hauling different vehicles and so forth. And they're willing to buy that stuff off for, right off the bat right away without issues.
Interesting. So they'll make some good money on it down there.
Well, yeah, because the parts and so forth are so much more easier to get rather than, all this fancy, fuel injected kind of stuff and all this injections and all this kind of stuff. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but my point being the price point for them poor people down there like in Honduras or something. Yeah, they're willing to pay some good money. So I thought, well, I'm not going to advertise. Here's a newer truck or a beautiful truck. Take it from me, will you?
Lots of lightning crash.
Yeah, well, some of that stuff is probably hard to come by down there, and it sounds like you got a pretty nice truck there for sure. I got a couple of Harley Davidsons here. I ride bike, right? And my one bike is a 2001, and it's old school, carbureted and all that stuff. And I got a guy coming. He came and took it for a test ride today, and he's going to come for one more test ride tomorrow. Hopefully the guy buys the bike. I'd like to keep it. It's a beautiful customized bike, but my wife says, you know what, Joe, you don't need 2 bikes. I says, well, I'd like to have 2 bikes, but one bike is good enough, I guess. But I do actually lock that bike when I go to town. I just have this feeling that it would be easy to take, so I do actually lock it up.
Well, if you're not somewhat proactive, you're going to kick yourself in the head or something. How are you at? Oh, good. All right, let's reach over there and turn one little thing, and well, that would have prevented that issue. So, yeah, I don't want to. I have enough issues sleeping with that without that issue in my mind.
I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. So the only way off of this island is by ferry boat, right? That's the only way off of this island where I live. So if something did go down, I mean, they could catch somebody at the ferry, but still, I don't want to take the chance. So I do actually lock it up when I go to town. It's actually old school. It's got a padlock on it to lock the steering. My bigger Harley, I got a 88 cubic inch Heritage Softail. I can just lock it with the key, but I still actually lock that too because I think motorcycles are easier to steal.
Oh, yeah, no, as a matter of fact, not too terribly long ago, before it started getting dark, I went out there and put some tire cleaner, you know, to make it look wet and black, a little darker, and I did that, and I got to thinking, I need to put that club out there because I don't want to have somebody just to take it for a ride, and I won't know about it till tomorrow morning, or in this case, in an hour or two when I go over there and put it back in the garage.
Yeah, that would actually really suck to go outside and have your vehicle gone. That happened to my buddy. So him and his wife, they travel across Canada, and they got their 2 e-bikes on the back of their car. You know, the electric bikes, they're pretty expensive. So they go into a cafe to eat something, and their bikes are chained up on the back of the car on the bike rack, and they come out, and the wife's bike is gone. So somebody they have like a cordless grinder. They grind through the lock, ripped off her bike. So anyway, they bought her a new bike, and they got home from their trip across Canada. They live near Vancouver. And they had the bikes out in the driveway for probably about 15 minutes. They went in to grab a bite to eat. They came out and both bikes were gone.
Oh, man, that's a telltale sign. You need probably find another mode of transportation or secure it like with 14 chains.
Exactly, or some security cameras. Not that that does a whole hill of beans, but sometimes a lot of people put up security cameras. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll catch the people, but you know, often you don't catch them. They're long gone with that stuff. They probably sell the bikes, or who knows, right? Or maybe keep them for the sale. Some people just sell them for drugs.
Oh yeah, just a quick cash, and you know that's what's been happening forever and day, and I'm sure it's going to be no different than 6-8 months or 2 years from now. Just things are getting more expensive. But if something were to happen and somebody does opt to want to take my pickup truck, well hell, insurance ain't going to pay nothing. You know, 23-year-old truck.
That's the thing. They go by the blue book value of it. Like to you, that thing is worth a lot of money. But then they look in the book, right? And when you go to the insurance company, say, okay, a 2001 truck is only worth that, and you say then, well, no, I think it's worth a lot more. Say, well, this is the book value.
And that's exactly what they go by, and they don't go on the condition, and you know, just heck, I bet if just the paint job itself won't subsidize if they were to. Well, I don't even know if all I can carry down here because of the year model, it's just liability, so I don't even know if they cover that.
Well, that's like my Harley, too. I got the thing insured for some pretty good money, but really, by book value, it's probably not worth a lot because of the 2001, but it is fully customized. It's out chromed out to the max, custom paint job, everything, right? But if it went by blue book value for 2001, it's like, well, we're not going to give you a whole lot for it.
Like almost an insult knowing that you've got X numbers of dollars in it and they're not willing to pay you but 1X.
I know, it's insurance companies suck. Anyway, I went and got 1 day a permit for it for tomorrow, so it's $36 for 24 hour 1 day insurance for my bike. So this a potential customer who might buy my bike can take it for a spin. I think I'll follow him on my other bike just in case. But yeah, no, I know, man. It's a crazy world we live in.
Well, yeah, you got to be cautious, man. You know, like I said, that club, I hadn't said it, but I'm thinking it. That club, you know, somebody can, you know, get into it and somebody can do this. Well, if they want it bad enough, I don't give a crap what you do. They're going to take it. But at least it's a preventative like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't bring my grinder today, so we'll move on.
Yeah, no, I think the club is a good thing, because if a potential car thief, he happens to be looking in car windows and he sees one with a club on, is like, nah, that's going to take too much time, a little bit too much work. I'll just move on to the next vehicle that doesn't have one.
There you go. You're right there. Hey, Joe, the conditions dropped down. I don't know if it's happening on your end or not, but they're on mine.
Yeah, it's changing a little bit. I still got a good copy. You're coming in 10 to 30 over. But anyway, we'll cut her short anyway. Well, I won't cut her short. We'll say we've talked for 25, 26 minutes. And we'll have another QSO if we're on here tomorrow. And maybe conditions will be even better. So, but always a pleasure to talk to you, Marvin.
Hey, back at you too, Joe. Yeah, good deal. All right, well, you take care on the Gulf Islands. How about that? Okay. I did talk to Gil today again, and he said to tell you hello. Yeah, anyway, I just want to throw it out there in British Columbia. He was saying hello, and I got a new microphone, so he's really talking, walking and talking tall. Would you mind? All right, Joe, you take care, buddy. I better back it on down.
All right there, Marvin. 359 down there in Corpus Christi, Texas. Always a pleasure. And I'll give you a call on 38. When I get my other radio back, we can go up onto some of the upper ones there, because it's got all the others in it there, and can get away from some of the noise. So hopefully I'll get it back sooner than later from California. Cheers in 73s, Marvin, and enjoy the DX until we talk again.
Sounds good there. Okay, well, you take care. And I'll be looking for you tomorrow if I'm lucky. I'll be excited. Man, 25 minutes of almost uninterrupted conversation. That's rather unheard of, especially on this 2039 channel. But anyway, all right, you take care, man. I'll catch you around, okay? Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, you too, Marvin. 30 over right there, man. You're blasting in here. 26 minutes and 51 seconds right now. Anyway, cheers to you. 73s from the Gulf Islands, North Pacific, UDX 791 QSX.
359, Corpus Christi on the side, going back to the Circus Channel 38. I'm going.
Yeah, I'll be down there sandy bagging too.